You have to be yourself. Doesn't matter if the people like or not. You think I'm gonna change now? Our Christian self is always, I'm gonna change now. You think with nearly 40 years old, I'm gonna change? Of course not. Oh, you like me or you don't like me, it's part of the life. For me, it's not a problem. In the national team, it was like that. People say, he's done, he's 39, he's getting old. You know why? Because I didn't score the goal. Yeah. And the rest and the past, listen, Cristiano, let's go. Life continue. Past is past, it's never come again. The present, it's the best gift that we have in our life. The present. Because you don't know that what's gonna happen tomorrow. You don't know. Yeah, I don't know, you don't know. So live the present.
Facts.
Big facts.
And brought to you by
the Unnoticed Podcast.
Is that Chris?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast that goes unnoticed.
Welcome back to the spot. Don't make it hot. We love you, even though it's not hot.
And shout out to all. Oh no, my fault. And welcome to episode 147. Shout out to all listeners on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Patreon.
Pictures are giving person shout out in the end.
Yo, and shout out to everybody who is fucking with the last video. I'm seeing right now it's doing really, really good. Yeah, I love that whole witchcraft talk. And shout out to any new viewers that came from that video.
Any new subscribers. People who haven't subscribed, because I do see there's like a good percent. I know every fucking person, like YouTubers, social media person says this shit, but there's literally a percentage that it says that certain people are not subscribed. And I mean, I get it. If you don't want to fucking subscribe, don't subscribe. But if you forgot, maybe subscribe to us. We're here to stay.
If you do subscribe, make sure you turn on all the post notifications to make sure you get notified whenever we upload.
Also, if you have them on, like, take them off and then just put them on again, because I know some of you guys like even commented down or DM us like, oh, I didn't even get the notification, whatever, because I don't even get it. And I have on like on the second channel, you see how we have two channels or whatever.
You never get it?
But I don't get a notification.
I always get that shit.
I don't get that shit, bro.
Yeah, you got a T up. Your account has a T up then.
It's probably like I gotta update my phone or some shit.
But yeah, guys, hope you guys had an amazing week. It's been an eventful week. I know mostly for you, especially because of yesterday. I don't know where you want to start.
I'm not even gonna mention that shit.
All right, so where you want to start? Because you did something big last week.
Yeah, the first thing, guys, I guess, I mean, if they're watching right now, shout out to my coworkers or whatever. I feel like eventually you guys are gonna watch this and stuff, especially because one of my coworkers, her sister was like a supporter. Like, she follows the TikTok pages, the Instagram pages. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure my coworker also followed our Instagram.
Okay.
So they're probably going to see, because right now I literally left everything in the dark. But guys, I quit my job. And it might be a little fucked up how I went about it. I didn't even like tell nobody. It was just literally one of those times where like I had a weird ass feeling. Like I low-key was just miserable, bro. Mm-hmm. I was miserable for a minute. I was, just going to work just because I had to. And I feel like I know, and it's not on some lazy shit. I know it's not on some lazy shit. People who have a certain type of mindset understand where I'm coming from. But I really just don't want to work. And it's not that I don't want to work hard at something that I want to do. It's just that I don't want to work hard at something that's meaningless, and it's just not, it's literally no point of me doing it, bro. I don't like doing it. I don't like, having a fake, like, having a fake persona. Because every single time, every single job you have to act a certain type of way, bro. Yeah. And, like, especially at my job, like, I felt like I had to act a certain type of way. I had to speak a certain type of way. And I feel like it feels freeing when that's not on you. Also, scheduling, I don't have to wake up because, my alarm's about to go off. Like, I get to wake up whenever the fuck I want. Obviously, some days not, because Abby still works. So I guess I still have to go around that. But I don't have to, I'm my own boss. We're our own bosses now type shit. Mm-hmm. And I know you still have your job and shit. But
yeah, of course.
But, like, we're still our own bosses at this point. Like, we get to decide whenever we want to film, whenever we don't. And obviously, we understand that we owe it to you guys. Because, I mean, we do, like, every week we should, like, at least post a video or keep you guys updated. You know what I mean? You guys are low-key our bosses on the low. But I ain't,
Yeah.
but I ain't complaining about that shit, you know, because you guys are not like, nah, you about to be fired, this and that, whatever, you know. It's a different type of feeling, but pretty much I quit my job. I'm happy now,
Yeah.
you know, even though it is a little bit more stressful. I just feel happy that I could put our full attention into this because it's what I want to do. It's literally my passion, is my goal. I want to make this shit happen. And for a minute, I felt like we were just half-assing this shit, bro. Like, we were just half-assing it. We had so much fucking attention on our actual jobs and stuff because obviously it's giving us money, bro. Like, we obviously need money to survive, to pay bills, have food, everything, you know. But I feel like we could make this shit work. We've already made this work by, like Saul said, half-assing it. Now imagine if we have our full attention into this, guys. And I know you guys are going to have our backs type shit.
And I know we've been saying for the longest, oh, yeah, more content coming soon. But no content has been coming. Only the podcast every week. And we wanted to obviously have more content, regular shit, like regular content, IRL, whether that's Patreon, everything. And I feel like now we could do it. We could do more content only because it was harder for us to record Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday because you worked every morning. And I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but nighttime,
yeah.
So we could obviously record during the day or the morning. Mostly the morning. I feel that's the best idea.
Yeah.
And you could edit. Oh, that's another thing. You're going to edit those videos, which makes it easier for me to not worry about that. Even if it's like, oh, quote unquote ass. I don't think it will be ass. You're gonna get better at it. You'll learn eventually, and
it's cool too. I feel like you guys are gonna see like this is gonna be a new side of us, I guess, because we're gonna be more like, you know, it didn't feel like we were taking it serious, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like you guys are gonna get like the new like taking it more serious like side of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like being more active on all our social media accounts and shit, like on the podcast page, like maybe getting little like updates on random things and stuff. You know, I feel like we were a little bit disconnected with you guys. That's what I realized, because from what I see other people do, they like post random shit. Yeah, they post random shit because, you know, they want to keep their audience updated or like just interact with them more and shit. And I feel like we wasn't doing that. Yeah, like sometimes we wouldn't even like let you guys know whenever like we didn't post and shit, you know. Yeah, we wouldn't let you guys know till the next day or some shit. You guys are like just left in the fucking in the dark, like not knowing what the fuck is going on and stuff.
Yeah, but I know some people are gonna be like, yo, Ricardo, are you sure you want to do this? You low key should like get a job or some shit just for security. But I completely understand why you're doing it. I totally get it, and it's not like we're both losing our jobs. And like you said too, the jobs are always gonna be there. You go anytime you could get another job, bro. You have so much like experience in work, whatever work it is, you could easily get it.
Yeah, of course.
And I think it's important just to how do I say this? I feel like this is a very, very important chapter in our YouTube career. That's, I feel like, a good thing. And I know I've been saying this for the longest too. I'm already in the process of getting my PC set up for streaming and for other shit too. So yeah, guys, it's gonna be a very, very eventful 2025 year. And hopefully the next coming years even more eventful. But I hope everybody y'all stay with us till forever.
And I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like, I'm gonna be completely like vulnerable, guys. Like, I was scared in the beginning. Like, it was kind of like I don't know, and I don't know what people are gonna think too. Like, maybe Abby's dad and shit. Like, cause one of Abby's padrino or her godfather worked at the same like spot that I worked at. I worked at a school. For those of you, like, I could say it now and shit. Yeah. I worked at a school and shit, and basically like her godfather was like the janitor, and he would see me in the office and shit. And I'd be like, oh shit, what's up? Like, it was kind of crazy, you know, like small world type of shit. And obviously Abby's dad, he found out about the job, and like he was happy and stuff, saying that it's a good job, like don't let it go, whatever. And like that's why I was also scared, and I'm kind of still ashamed to tell even him, only because like people have different mindsets and shit, you know?
Yeah, of course.
People have different mindsets. People have different perspectives of how like my life or how anybody's life should go. So obviously like telling certain people, like I don't even know if I would want to tell them. Maybe it's kind of like if they find out eventually. But I just know like it's not that I care. It's just that I'd rather not tell them. You know.
Of course, yeah.
You know, I'm still gonna do me. Just gonna like keep it to myself and shit. If it ever comes up, you know, I could explain it. You know, like it's not like I'm just like taking a fucking like leap of faith. Like it works, guys. You know, this is working. We're really doing it. You guys are living proof. You guys are here watching me. Like I'm not just talking to a fucking camera with no fucking supporters and shit.
Yeah, I was just about to say. So it would have been different if you'd done it like a couple of years ago
In the beginning,
because at that time we had nothing. We weren't getting monetized on this shit. We weren't getting no deals, nothing like that. But now I feel like since we have the platforms, we get more deals. We get ads now, and it's paying off slowly. And because whenever we were talking about it with Saul, I was also thinking like it's low-key different now because we're kind of in the middle of our career, but also we get paid good now. We don't get paid like
crumbs and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Even though it's not
like YouTuber, like influencer money, like
like we're not getting paid like over $10,000 a month yet, at least, but we're getting paid something to the point where like you're able to quit your job and not worry about it for a little bit. But there was also some things you told me too. The lead up to that shit, the fucking the cookie, like everything that you've been feeling, the signs and shit.
Yeah, because it was like I said in the beginning and shit, it was kind of like just I had this weird feeling like it just felt 10 times harder to go to work. And like I think it all started when because I wanted to keep my like this whole shit private. Like I didn't want to tell my coworkers and shit.
Yeah,
I didn't want to mention it because, you know, I don't even want to bring that attention. I didn't want people to think like, oh, like I'm just saying it out loud for attention, or maybe I just don't want to make it hot, you know.
And if you guys are confused, he's talking about having the podcast.
Yeah, like being a social media person, you know, like doing social media and shit. But, you know, I just brought it up to them, like 2 of my coworkers and shit. I just brought it up to them, 3 of my coworkers, actually. Because, I mean, I felt kind of cool with them, you know. So I was like, I trust them and shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to just mention it. Fuck it, right? Why not? So I was like, oh, I do social media on the side and shit. And they're like, wait, what the fuck? What do you mean? I'm like, oh, yeah, I have a podcast. I do, like, this, whatever. I have 1 million followers on TikTok, whatever. And they're like, yo, what the fuck? This shit's crazy. This shit's actually legit. Like, what the fuck? And then that's when the whole, like, how my coworker's sister knew who we were, and like, you know, it led up to that. And then like a week ago, the security guard, shout out to him, he's cool as fuck if he's watching this and shit. Mad cool and shit. I don't know if I'm ever gonna see you ever again, but if I do, we're cool. But he, like, I was talking to him because sometimes we would stay late. I would be one of the last people to leave the school just to make sure all the kids are out, and obviously we need a security guard there too because I'm not a fucking security guard.
Yeah.
So, you know, we were just talking in the office and shit, and he just, like, low-key, he gave me one of those, like, what the fuck are you doing here? Mm-hmm. You know? And it makes sense, you know, like, if you see all these numbers, big numbers on our platforms and shit, it's like you expect money to be coming in, you know, somewhere or another or whatever, right? Yeah. So he just kind of gave me, like, what the fuck are you doing here type of shit. Like, you have all these following, and not in a disrespectful way. It was kind of like it reminded me of the Good Will Hunting movie. Yeah. When his boy was like, you know, they were doing construction and shit. He's like, you know, like, I'm fine doing this for my whole life, like just doing construction and shit. And he told me, he's like, yo, I'd fucking kill you if you're still here, right? Like, you have something that we don't.
Yeah, you have the potential. You have a gift in front of you.
And then it also made me think of this quote and shit. And it's like such a random person to say the quote in such a random place, but it makes sense if you think about it, bro. Strong enough to have it all, too weak to take it.
Oh yeah, fucking Green Goblin.
Yeah, and no Way Home and shit. And it's true, bro. I'm strong enough to have it all. We're strong enough to have everything we want, but we're just too scared, too weak to actually take it. Mm-hmm. We're too scared, like, oh, you guys are gonna leave us because we get boring, or like we're gonna post too much to the point where we get tired, like people get tired of us, you know. But fuck it, bro, fuck it. Like, we're already here because we believe that. Look how far believing got us, bro. So we just gotta do it a little bit more, and it might not be like right away, but like it wasn't right away before.
Yeah, of course.
It wasn't right away before, so it's like, you know, like we gotta get some balls. I had to get some balls and shit, and like I feel like this is really what I want to do. So fuck it, bro. It's either I'm all in or I'm not, bro. You know, and I feel like this is what motherfuckers needed to do, bro.
I agree.
And I feel like I needed to do this too, because I feel like you felt alone, like, you know, because you were doing most of the, like, the real work, you know?
Yeah, the editing and shit.
Yeah, like, obviously showing up and, like, recording and having good-ass topics and, like, you know, like, obviously I was doing my piece too, but, like, I feel like you need help too, you know? So it's like, I mean, this is my thing too, so might as well do some shit too.
Of course, yeah.
You know? So we needed this. This is, obviously, I honestly, I think this was the best, like, decision that I've, like, this is literally me taking control of my life type shit, you know? And then there was this fucking weird ass, like, sign too. I don't know if it was a sign or not, but fucking we went to, like, a buffet to eat with Abby's family and shit, Abby's cousins, because they were like, oh, it's Abby's birthday. That's another topic that's coming up.
Yeah.
But Abby's birthday had just happened. Well, it was gonna happen. It was like a couple days before her birthday. And they were like, yo, let's go to the buffet, whatever. We were down and shit. And then obviously we ate. It was a good ass time. And then the fortune cookies came at the end. You know, like they always do it in Chinese buffets. They always give a fucking fortune cookies and shit with the tab or whatever.
Yeah.
So I picked it randomly. I told everybody. I always do that. I'm like, yo, I let everybody else pick it, like, first. Then the last ones I pick one, right? So I picked it. I opened it and it said, I'm gonna I'll put the picture. Bro, remind me to send that picture.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, Abby has it, I think.
Okay.
So it says, your hard work will pay off this Thursday. It was Wednesday that day. So it was the next day and shit. And then that's when, like, I decided, like, I'm just not gonna show up to work, because I could have went to work, because I said to my job, oh, I'm gonna come back on that Thursday, because I had literally taken off a whole week off of work. Like,
Because you were sick?
I was sick, yeah. And, like, I just didn't want to go, you know? I was sick and I just didn't want to go to work. I felt like I could have. I felt like I was better, but that whole, like, everything, like, just, it's like a realization type shit.
Yeah, everything, like, all the pieces just came together, and I think it was a sign from God, for real. I know some people might not believe in God, but high key, I think it is a sign from God or some type of higher power just being like, yo, bro, tee up. You gotta, like you said, you gotta put in more work. Y'all need to put in more work if y'all want the life y'all want to live. Like, you obviously love living like this, but you have to put in the work. You have to start putting in more shit.
And, like, I always tell Abby, I'm like, yo, like, the days I was off, too, I was like, I love it, bro. And, like, obviously, it's going to get to a point where I'm going to make enough money. We're both going to make enough money, obviously. And I'm going to make enough money to the point where Abby doesn't even have to do work, you know?
Of course, yeah.
And, like, the days where she was off and shit, which was most of the time I was off, like, I was telling her, I'm like, bro, imagine in a couple of years this is gonna be our life. We're gonna wake up, have to drop off the kids to school, come home, and we're just relaxing and obviously being responsible with the house and shit like that, cleaning and stuff, cooking. After that, it's just, you know, it's just enjoying family time.
Yeah,
and that's it. You know, and that's it. And I feel like that's what it should be. You know, like, get to a point where you really have control of your time, because time is so precious. Time is literally, you have so little bit of it, bro. You have so little time. And now imagine, like, you just, like, at work. That's so ass.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's also not to knock anybody who works, also because I know some people can't afford to just quit like that. So I feel like we're lucky to do that.
And this is why I'm doing this. Like, I feel like I owe it to them.
Yeah.
Because we have an opportunity that it's 1 in a million. So we owe it to those people and shit. The people right now fucking working overnights, fucking working real jobs. Like, they're probably believing in us, like, yo, you motherfuckers could do this shit. Like, do it for real. You know? So, like, but shout out to you guys, like he was saying, like, it takes balls and, like, it takes a lot of, like, mental strength and, like, physical strength to go to work. You know? It's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, and I forgot what I was gonna say. I believe in you. I believe in us, bro. And I just think it was needed because, again, I was getting very, very overwhelmed, and I was kind of getting annoyed the fact that
you were editing and shit like that. Like,
not even just that, just like we didn't have no help at all. Like, especially when it comes to, like, second channel content or even Patreon, because obviously sometimes I will ask my brother, but I feel like he just doesn't like doing it no more. I feel like I'm like bothering him, and I don't want to If he doesn't want to do it, I'm not gonna force him to do it. So might as well just try to do it myself, which I couldn't. I just couldn't, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, bro.
Yeah. So I just think it's a good thing. I'm happy. I know we're gonna now. I definitely know that we're gonna be putting out more content, especially that you're gonna be more on top of, I guess, the schedule. And
Yeah.
I think overall, we just gotta put in the work for the next year, bro. That's literally what it is.
Guys, shit is gonna change, guys. Trust. And this and it's not bullshit, bro. It's not even bullshit. This is why it sounds so crazy saying shit out loud sometimes, because it sounds like you're just being delusional.
Yeah.
But like, our life is literally gonna change from now till forever.
Yeah.
Our life is gonna change for the better, bro.
Of course.
And it's just what it is. If you work hard enough, long enough at something, it's bound to pay off and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in. You guys are catching us right in the middle of like the journey and shit.
Yeah. You guys seen everything so far in our journey, which I love, of course. And I just want to give a late happy birthday shout out to Abby, his girlfriend, my cousin. And I want everybody in the comments, if you got to this point, comment down happy late birthday or even just happy birthday to Abby. It was on Saturday, right?
Yeah, on the 12th.
12th
April
on Saturday. And shout out to anybody who had a birthday that day as well. Shout out to all my April birthdays. I do have some shout outs at the end, but yeah. We had like a little like get together with that, and it was pretty fun, bro. I had a good time. We was here chilling in like the living room type shit, watching like movie clips,
random concerts,
random songs, and when we were getting hype, fucking Greg was telling me how much like because we were talking about like the parties and shit that he used to have.
Yeah.
And we were like, yo, those were the good times, and like, yo, we need to do a party again. Just wait till we hit 100,000 subscribers. We're gonna throw a fucking huge ass party. And he was just saying how he basically loves us and shit. And I was like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, like the times whenever we had like a little like
falling
off with them, because we were talking about it, and I was like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I cringe at myself every single time that we bring that up, or I even think about that, because it was so stupid. But the more I think about it, and the more I think it's true, you're not real friends if you don't have some type of like fight with them. And I never had a fight with anybody. I mean, sometimes I would argue with you, but it wasn't to the point where like, yeah, we don't talk no more. But with them, it was like, yo, we dead ass like almost fought them, and we didn't talk for like a long ass time. And then it wasn't until we had to switch with our content, we had like I guess we turned a new leaf, and we were like, fuck it, bro. There's no point of beef. Let's try to like let's kill that shit, and we did. And it just reminded me of all that shit whenever we were talking about it.
Yeah, I feel like we've matured and shit. Obviously, I feel like with time, like we needed, I feel like we needed to mature in order to have certain relationships and shit.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's just like you said. I even cringe about it and shit. I cringe on myself every single time I see old videos of myself, old pictures of myself, and that's not obviously because of the way I look too, but like just the way I acted and the way I feel like I needed somebody to slap the shit out of me and just be like, bro, like, get a grip, like, just like get real type shit, bro. Like, I feel like I was always in my head, and I was just being stupid and making dumbass decisions, believing things that was not even true and shit, and I was fucking stupid, bro.
But back to Abby.
Yeah.
How you felt about the whole party and shit, the whole get together?
It was honestly, I'm happy for Abby and shit. Abby was loving the whole thing. She wanted a party. She was saying how like, she was having a little bit of emotions though leading up to the party, because I don't know if anybody else gets it, but I understand what she said. She was how like she feels like she needs to do it, like she needs to like go over the top with her birthday or some shit. When deep down inside she really just wants to do like some chill shit, but she doesn't want it to feel like it's boring.
Okay.
So it's like a lot of pressure, and then like, like she felt like nobody was really excited for her birthday, but I feel like it was just her getting anxious about it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The day was coming closer, it was getting closer, and we were also like kind of like figuring out like what we wanted to do exactly, like if we wanted to do that or something else or whatever.
Yeah.
So she was overwhelmed, but I know she had a good ass time and shit. Even though, guys, we had an idea, a bright ass idea of making this fucking drink, this mixed drink that we saw somebody do in Mexico. Like that's like I think it's called cantaritos, some shit like that. But it's like a big ass 5-gallon like cantaro, and like they put like 2 bottles of tequila in there, mad like
Squirt,
grapefruit juice,
okay.
and then they put squirt, and I think they put mango or some shit, and basically like you just take that whole big ass thing with a bunch of cups, and you and your family friends share it. So we were like, yo, like we should do that for our birthday. We made it. An hour later, he wasn't even here yet at that point.
Yeah.
He came a little bit later. An hour later, everybody was already like
lit. When I got here, everybody was already lit. I was like, what the fuck is mad early though?
And it's because everybody drank that shit, and people like it creeped up on them, bro. Because it tasted like juice, guys. It literally tasted like orange juice and squirt, and you could barely taste the tequila. So even me, I was like. I was chugging that shit, bro. But I feel like even though like we don't do crazy shit, I feel like those are the best times.
Yeah, of course. I think it's always important to just vibe out with your friends, and because sometimes you get too caught up in like the crazy stuff that you can't really enjoy it with your friends. You get more caught up in like what's happening, or maybe you get overstimulated. But these moments is where like you can actually like. Anytime in the party, you could just sit down, relax, and just, I guess, enjoy it all. Look at it all, like yo, like look at these motherfuckers right now. Like yeah, they're happy as fuck. Everybody's here, like chilling, eating, drinking,
just yapping about random shit,
life.
And I know Ivy too. She was like happy as fuck because the gift she got. Yeah, she did buy herself an Apple Watch.
Fire.
And then I got her flowers.
Fire.
And then your mom got her flowers too, which she was like. Crying, you saw that and shit. And you got her something as well. So and my brother too. I felt like she just felt loved on Saturday.
That's good.
And like obviously seeing everybody together, and then even Gio.
Oh yeah.
Even Gio coming out. Some of you guys saw him in previous episodes. Shout out to Gio, Abby's cousin, and he came, and it's like a rare sighting seeing him.
Yeah.
So
you know what he told me? He was like, I asked him because I haven't seen him in mad long. Then the last time I saw him was at your baby shower for Isabella, and I was like, yo, do you think I look different? Because I don't know if I had my mullet at that time. I'm pretty sure I did. And obviously he sees me on my Instagram, but it's like kind of different when you see somebody in person.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, do I look different? And he was like, yeah, you do. Like, and I was like, in what way though? And he was like. I was like, what, I look bigger and shit? And he was like, yeah. Like, I was like, you could tell even with this shirt? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I had body dysmorphia. And then we just had a whole conversation after that. But it reminded me because a couple of days ago, this gets into this topic, bro. Because low key,
what?
You could have told me how bad my haircut would look back in the day and shit, bro. Low key as an L man. But at that time, because it was a style at that time, but also I feel like I could have gotten a way better haircut, or maybe just done what you did with the tapers. I'm gonna show you my hair, bro, how I looked, and y'all gonna see on the screen how I looked back in, like, this was back in 2019, and bro, in my opinion, I think I looked chopped, but I know at that time I thought I looked good, or at least all right.
Yeah. Let's see the. Let's see this shit,
bro. Y'all could be the judge of this shit too, bro. It's just mad funny. Alright, so this is the first picture.
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck is that?
Hold on.
What is that? I know why my hair's like that, but it never looks like that. But what is that, bro? What is that?
What the fuck?
What is that?
The side ain't the worst part, bro.
It's the front, right?
It's the front angle, bro.
What is that, bro?
Bro is looking like Ronaldo, bro. Bro thought he was... Bro is not Cristiano Ronaldo.
And the reason why my hair looked like that is because the barber, dumbass, like... made like a slick back and like sprayed it and shit. So it kind of it ended up looking like that when I tried to put it to the front. Because it looked like, because this next picture you're in it too.
It looked better.
It looked better because I showered and shit.
Yeah, you see it, like your hair wasn't even that bad, bro.
But I don't know, bro.
Right there. No, there's something about getting out of the barber shop that your hair just doesn't look valid. It's not after you take a shower that you see how your hair actually looks.
Yeah.
I feel like, but
This is I'm cooked. That's a cooked haircut, bro. You can't even lie. That's cooked. There's no skin, there's no fade, bro. And you know who fucking took this? You know who cut me that day? I'm gonna blur it out.
oh my gosh.
And then it was in my fucking birthday vlog video, bro. If you see it, you're gonna see that dumbass bitch thinking she did nice.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. There was certain like barbers that were just ass.
Bro, I asked, yo, can I get a low skin fade? What the fuck is that? There's no fade. That's literally all. It might as well just be all skin. It's like that one video of that lady who was like, oh, I have a lot of hair, but I wanted to look different, so just shave whatever you could right here, and then like at the end, everything right here is everything right here is like all skin. It's just like a dumbass mohawk.
Well, what do you want to do today?
I know this is going to sound odd, but I don't like my haircut to look like anybody else's. I like it down to the skin because I have so much hair.
Yeah.
You'll even see as you run your fingers through the top, like even though there's not much left, it's still so thick.
Yeah.
So I'd like to thin that out a bit.
Okay.
And I'm not a huge fan of like the V.
And do you like it down to skin all the way up?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want the top to be? Do you like the overall shape of it?
Not in this moment, no.
Okay. What don't you like about it?
I feel like it's very comb-over-y looking right now.
Do you want to have less hangover?
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever's happening right there, I'm not into it.
How's the length feeling right now?
I could even go a little shorter, again, because it grows so fast.
With the weightness of your hair, I would suggest like a texture powder that's like pretty weightless. If you use just enough, it is the most magical powder that ever existed and creates all of the texture. Down to skin, you want foil shaver like Baby Butt Smooth. Up here, I'm gonna take a lot of the length off on this side because it's so heavy. I'm gonna do a little trim in the middle, and then make sure it can stand up and have some texture.
Great.
What pronouns do you use?
They, them.
That's how it looks.
Wait, so like overall, like what do you think like changed of like yourself? Like
Everything.
What do you see like change like
Everything. I'm not gonna lie. All right, obviously my face. I think my face is the most important part. Literally, what you see automatically.
Yeah.
I have some acne here and there, but like it's not as bad as it was before.
Yeah.
I look like a jit there because I was like 18, 19, and my hair. I feel like a haircut changes the shape of your head. The way you look.
It does.
And I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. Sometimes it would look good. Sometimes it was ass. I don't know what the fuck it was. I don't know even how I got bitches during that time. But yeah, overall, I don't fuck with it. And also, I never noticed how skinny I was. Look.
Yo.
This is a big ass difference, bro. And I don't notice it until like I look at old fucking pictures.
Yo, bro. And that's not even, bro. If you show like old, bro, even nah.
Oh, even like my shoulder right there.
Nah.
There's like this like bone,
bro.
Yeah,
Bro, it's definitely, bro.
I'm not gonna get over this shit. What is that?
Yo.
That shit gets me triggered. And even in the video, I was like, yo, I look mad good. No, you don't. I cringe on myself. I can't even watch that video. Fuck.
Wait, that was that was part of the birthday vlog?
Yeah.
What the hell? And you could see me in it?
Yeah, you could. But like, your video, like,
But
I don't have the
look-
video. I don't have the video. I just took like certain pictures.
Oh, okay.
I just took that picture of you.
I feel like I used to, like, in that specific video, I can't watch it just because I feel like I was like, bro.
You was like, what?
Blood still looks the same? Yo, it still looks the same, bro.
Nah, bro. You had the dumbass beard and you had no mustache here.
Yo, I still look the same, guys. Bro, I'm fucking cooked even
you do
now.
you do not look the same, bro.
Yo, let me see.
You do not look the same, bro.
Bro, I literally look the same. Look, the same outfit and everything.
Oh shit. Nah, you don't look the same, bro. You look like a better. Hey, I was looking fucking. That's
No,
mad.
no, it's not.
Nah,
Yo,
it's not.
bro.
It's not. Nah, bro, you glowed up. Trust, you glowed up.
Guys, I could pull up pictures right now, and I know I look. The only thing that I really don't care about how I look. Like the thing I'm most proud of that changed, I feel like is my attitude.
Oh yeah, of course, both.
I feel like I was just fucking cringe as fuck. Like, guys, I was overly cocky, but I feel like I was overcompensating. Like I was like hella insecure, so I was trying to mask it with trying to be cocky.
Yeah.
I was trying to basically fake it till I made it with my confidence. That's literally what I was doing, bro. And like it came out like so stupid. Like I was so cringe. And then at the time I was also watching like a bunch of red pill shit and like, you know, like that whole shit. So I was trying to be dominant. Like I don't know what the fuck was going through my fucking head, bro.
Anyways, yeah, guys, that was just part of my whole weekly recap. To be honest, I was looking at a bunch of like old throwback videos, pictures, and I was like, bro, the difference is crazy.
But I feel like everybody's had this shit, bro.
Of course, yeah, but some people just have been like naturally like good looking their whole lives. They don't have to struggle through this shit.
But like, do you really think you were ugly, or do you think you just didn't have a good haircut and like?
I was chopped. I was skinny. I think I was chopped. Not gonna lie. Compared to now, I definitely think I was chopped. Yeah.
You think it was that bad? Like that ass?
It's just the way I see myself. That's literally it. Because if you see yourself, you could think the same thing, but I wouldn't think the same thing.
Yeah, you're right. Because
Yeah.
I mean,
unless it's the comb over shit with the middle part right here.
should I show it? Should I show it?
You have it?
I have certain pictures.
If it's the one where like when you have literally the comb over like on the middle of your forehead, then yeah. But other than that,
yeah, I don't think I have those fucking pictures because mad long ago.
Yeah, that was a chopped haircut.
Hold on, I got you. Archives.
Is it that?
What the fuck is that? That was a haircut, bro. That was a fucking haircut.
Oh yeah, I remember because you told me to take a picture of you because you just got a haircut.
Bro, that's worse than your shit, bro. This is way worse than yours.
Oh yeah, low key.
Bro, this is all skin, bro. Like all like low. No fade, bro. Bro, way worse than your shit, bro.
And this shit was longer too.
This shit looked fucking disgusting, bro. And I used to be like, yo, like I love my shit, like my hair looks valid and shit. Like what the fuck was I on about? Bro, the fuck even the way I dress, bro. Like these videos are, I mean, these pictures are like when I started, I guess, dressing a little bit better. Like
yeah.
actually caring about what I look like a YN here. What is this shit?
That was I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty cool phase though. I fuck with that phase. The whole like the buzz cut when you first got it.
Yeah, like I feel like I was YN though.
It probably was.
Like what the fuck is this, bro? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I fuck with the way I look here.
No homo, yeah, bro.
Should look valid here, guys. You know, I'm thankful for him, bro. I feel like he's the one who opened my eyes and shit. Because at the time, you know, I felt like I was completely normal and shit. I wasn't really paying attention to the way I dressed.
Yeah.
And also, like I just wore whatever my mom got me and shit. You know, I wasn't complaining. You know, my mom bought me clothes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna complain and shit. But obviously, as I started working, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should start paying attention to what the fuck I wear. At a point, guys, it was so fucking bad that I didn't even know like how to like cuff my pants and shit, and like I just didn't match and stuff. My outfits were just so fucking stupid, and like I guess I just wanted to make the most of what my mom like got me and shit to be on some grateful shit.
I mean, that's understandable.
But like I should have just told my mom, like, you know, this is what I like. This is not what I like. I don't like, you know. Just get me something different. I don't know, but even the haircuts, like.
To be fair, that would your mom would tell you to get. Your mom would tell you what haircut to get.
Bro, I would go with the Mexican ladies.
But all right, but I'm saying like you would tell, like she would tell them what to get, or you would tell them.
I would just tell them, like, I would show them like a picture of Cristiano Ronaldo or something and be like, yo, I want this hairstyle.
I'm not gonna lie, I did the same thing.
I feel like everybody's done that, bro, but it took me a minute to hop out of that, you know, like.
I mean, of course, like everybody.
This topic, like, low-key, like, it comes up here and there, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you mean?
Like, it's multiple times that I've thought about this shit.
And then we talked about it?
We kind of talked about it, but, like, I mean, it's kind of like, you know, All right, guys.
Is it deep or is it like?
It's kind of like fake deep, but like, all right. So basically, recently, like some shit happened with my health and shit. I'm not gonna say exactly what the fuck happened.
Why?
I'm not gonna say exactly what the fuck, because I feel like it's embarrassing and shit.
Bro, what?
It's like embarrassing. Whatever, guys. Like,
Okay.
bro, guys. Basically, like, I have. Well, but the thing is, I don't know what exactly I have, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like,
That's what it is. Trust me. You don't have no fucking cancer.
All right, guys. So like, recently, like I started bleeding from my ass. Like I took a shit and like blood was coming out, and I thought it was because like I strained myself too much and I like tore my ass, like, you know, like from shitting, guys. Graphic coming up, bro.
It already passed.
All right, trigger warning, guys. Trigger warning. This is disturbing. The most
The
disturbing,
most disturbing ass you ever heard.
the most disturbing case that's ever happened to me. But guys, so basically that happened, and I was scared, and I went to the hospital. You know, like they did whatever they did, and like I literally got checked. I got like too much information, guys, but like I basically got violated in the hospital, and the doctor told me like, oh, it's just internal hemorrhoids and stuff. Maybe it's because of my diet, because my diet did change, guys, and also because since I worked, I did like hold like from myself from using the bathroom a lot.
Oh my gosh.
So I think that's what fucked me up too. Like I think that fucked up my stomach and shit.
Low key, bro.
You know, and that happened a couple times. So like I think because that never has ever happened to me, bro.
Yeah.
It wasn't until then, 3 weeks ago, when I did that and I felt it. Like I was like, I really had to use the bathroom. But guys, I hate using public restrooms, bro.
I was about to say, I don't know why you hate it. I just dug it out and just put mad toilet paper on that bitch and just shit.
I hate doing that. Like even the water splashing, bro. Like I hate that shit, bro.
Oh, I know, yeah.
From public restrooms, I hate that shit. So, you know, I just tug it out on some dumb shit, and I just hold it till I go on break and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So whatever, I did that. I low-key fucked up my stomach. Like I started bleeding and shit when I used the bathroom. So I went to the hospital. They said it's internal hemorrhoids. But while that was happening, I did like I searched it up, and this is a possibility that I could have had cancer.
Yeah.
It's like a big possibility because of the symptoms and shit, right? But I didn't have all the symptoms. I was just bugging out.
Yeah.
But just even me thinking about that, like I thought about it. I'm like, bro, like this shit could happen to anybody.
Of course. The same thing how anybody could get, what's that shit called? Testicular torsion? Like, well, any guy at least. Yeah, bro. Like
just happen randomly to anybody.
Yeah,
and shit.
literally, it could happen in your sleep. It could happen while you're playing soccer. Anything, whatever situation you're in, it could happen randomly, bro. And
That's just so fucked.
yeah, and you, if it does happen to you, you have a possibility of losing your testicle.
You see, literally anything could happen and shit, guys. And like, I also started seeing videos of like people in like those fucking crazy accidents and shit. Instagram would be graphic as fuck, but like,
Oh yeah,
like they accidentally crash or they accidentally get run over by like an accident and shit, or like they're riding a motorcycle, they do the wrong turn and they fall and like just die.
what also made you think of like what how life is precious and you could
Bro,
get cancer a life threatening thing.
Bro, yes, and I was really thinking about it, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, like, what if I fucking die?
Yeah,
Like right now and shit, like, bro, and this is like, I just thought about it, bro, and I'm like, I don't know. I started getting sad, low key, like mad anxious, mad depressed and shit. I was already getting depressed, and I didn't even know what I had,
it's just a reminder of you always have to take care of your health no matter what.
bro. For real, like, guys, you guys don't understand. It's very important. Like I'm saying it right now. I'm realizing now because I was stupid. You know, like I thought like, oh, protein, whatever, this and that.
Yeah,
But like, yo, you motherfuckers really have to have a balanced diet. And also, the older you get, the more motherfuckers really gotta start taking care more
yeah.
about like your body and shit. You know, like you're used to like just fucking doing whatever the fuck you want because you're legit. Your body is fresh, like doing whatever. And it sounds crazy saying this right now. We're only about to be 25. Well, I'm about to be 25. You're already 20. No, you're gonna be 25.
Yeah.
So we're about to be 25, and like, at least we're
Catching it?
saying this now, bro. You
Yeah,
know,
of
like,
course.
I mean, I feel like you know this and shit, but it's very important to take care of your health. And like, the whole point of me having this conversation is just like, I'm scared of dying, bro.
That's what you were thinking of?
That's what I was thinking of. I'm really scared of dying.
I was. Funny thing is, I was thinking of that. I think 2 days ago or maybe yesterday. I think yesterday because I was on TikTok and I saw a video of I'm pretty sure you saw it too. It was these two girls, 18-year-olds in Brazil. They were walking, crossing the street, and a car was speeding, took out both of them. And in the video, you see them flying and shit. And they both,
I think I've seen that video.
yeah, that happened recently. It happened like a couple days ago.
I think I've seen that.
And they died, bro. And they were only 18. And it just goes to show, like, again, anything can happen to anybody, any accident, whatever. And I always think about that. It's mad weird. I have like a weird phobia now of falling on the steps or falling down the steps or even somebody I know falling down the steps, because every time I think about it, I just think of, yo, what if like I accidentally slip and fall down the steps and like I fall face first and like my whole fucking face just like caves in or something. That's literally my biggest fear now. Whether it's like going up or going down the stairs, I make sure I hold the railing.
Yo, what the fuck is it? You think this is like all the fucked up videos that motherfuckers see and shit?
Yeah, and I remember this one video, or like it was like a case of like this girl who, you seen it too. She was recording herself with her friend, and there was like this. It's like the,
oh my gosh,
the
yeah,
subway shit, but it was like an open one, and
no railings.
And there was no railings, no protection. She was recording herself walking or like running or whatever, and she wasn't looking down. She falls face first, and like I said, her fucking face caved in and she died, bro. And she was having fun like moments before that. So that's what's been on my mind recently too.
The thing that was on my mind for a minute was like somebody could just like a serial killer
could just fucking show up and just boom,
like kill us or some shit, or like in the middle of the night like somebody just sneaks into the house, like breaks in the house.
Yeah
like a lot of those fucking
thoughts. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, always. Even now, still, like, I get a little bit anxious about that shit.
Yeah.
But it was, like, way before, because, motherfuckers, I'm pretty sure we were talking about, like, there was a minute where we were talking about, like, real-life cases back to back and shit. Yeah. Not really talking about scary shit. And, like, during that time, yo, I was, like, paranoid as fuck. But now, it was, like, because of that shit, like, the health shit. You know, and there's a lot of stuff that, like, bro, I've seen a lot of videos of people who are completely healthy and then shit just gets them, bro.
Yeah, like the one streamer. He
like,
died. Nobody knows why.
Bro was literally healthy, bro.
Yeah.
So appreciate your shit, appreciate your time, and also like a crazy thought to think about is like what death could feel like is you before you were born. Because you don't remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody does. So it's like that's what death would probably feel like. But but like nothing. Not even black, bro. Just nothing. And it's so hard. It was so like I saw a video and stuff. My brother reposted. I'm about to show you right now. And like just listen to what he says and try to like
comprehend it.
Try to really comprehend it, bro, and how crazy it would be to like just like not exist, bro. Like go to sleep and like don't even know that you're like you just don't exist no more, bro. You're just a thought, bro, at that point. Somebody else's thought.
Yeah.
Bro, watch. This video is crazy, bro. The way he like words it and shit, yeah.
A lot of people want to know what happens after they die. Evidence shows, you put together all scientific evidence, biological and physics and thermodynamic, you have no existence after you die. And you say, well, what does that feel like? I'll tell you exactly what it's like. This is what it was like before you were born. You're not asking yourself, what was it like before I was born? I had to have some existence. You didn't. You have no existence. A state of non-existence before you were born. So I'm not given reason to think that your state of non-existence in death differs in any fundamental way from your state of non-existence
forever
before you're born, giving that much more meaning to what it is you can and should do while you're alive.
Damn,
bro, forever. Just like that's it. And like I saw that video and it's so ass how I saw that video during this time and shit.
Yeah.
But bro, just fuck it. Just do whatever. Because we talk about that a lot, but
Yeah.
but it's the truth. You know, like I feel like my brother is like my brother watching this right now. I feel like sometimes he makes me feel like I wish I was successful already, because I feel like my brother thinks he's running out of time. And I don't know if my brother really thinks that or whatever.
This is what you feel?
It's just what I feel sometimes, you know, because he's always telling me and shit. And I could just be tripping, I don't know. But my brother's always telling me, like, yo, we got to go here, we got to go here, we got to go here. And, like, I wish I could, like, take my brother to all these places, or, like, I wish we could literally live, like, OD crazy shit. But motherfuckers are not there yet and shit, you know? And it's, like, it's just annoying, bro. It's just fucking annoying, bro, because I know time is going, and, like, we're not there yet and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And time is just passing and shit. And it's just like,
yeah,
I feel so ass, bro. I feel like so, like, fuck, I can't do anything about it and shit. And it's even like Abby and shit, like friends and stuff. Like, you know, motherfuckers really want to do stuff. And even myself, like, I wanna go to all these places and shit, but
you can't.
Just can't.
That's how I feel too when it comes to my family too. I wish I could just take them here, take them there, give them this amount of money so they don't have to stress, like, for a good month or so. But again, maybe it was because we were lacking the hard work. Maybe we wasn't putting.
We were slacking.
We were slacking, bro. And
but we, like Saul said, bro. This is why I love Saul, bro. I feel like Saul is one of, like, the bestest friends we have, and the best, like, he's literally one of our literally best friends, both, like, figuratively and, like, literally. Like, he's helped us so much, and, like, even, like, his, like, mentality is literally what we have. Like, we just, like, click mental wise, and, like with what we want to do and shit, like our goals and stuff. And like he said, like, we can't beat ourselves up, because I mean we're just doing, like, we were just working and shit, you know? So it's like, cool, we really have put all our effort and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously now, if we have time now and we don't do it, then now it's like all right, you guys are slacking for real.
Yeah.
But before, we were doing our best
with what we had, like,
the time we had, you know, like, you know. And you get drained, like, people get drained because of work and shit. You're not putting your 100% into what the fuck you want and shit, you know?
Yeah.
You're literally, your spirit is somewhere else. It's gone. Like, your energy is gone throughout the day.
When he said that shit, I was like, yo, this motherfucker is spitting high key, bro. I
That's
never thought about it like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Speaking of birthdays, right? Abby's birthday passed or whatever. I seen this video. It went stupid viral again. It was this. I think the mom runs his account, but she posted a video that it was her daughter's birthday, I believe. I think it was 10th or something like that. And
oh my gosh,
she has. Oh, I have it right here. I'm just let you see it, bro. Fuck. The original. Pay attention to the original, not the parody. Every single kid, bro.
all right.
Every single kid.
I think this might be a long conversation. I don't think it's gonna be short.
Cause I know we talked about this before. Cause I mentioned it before, but like it just triggered me. Cause like, bro, you could see the happiness in the daughter's face just diminish because of how like everybody wants to blow her candles on her birthday.
We did talk about it before, but like I feel like I have a new perspective and like more to like what to say. Like, so what I've been learning and shit as I'm like, you know, obviously
growing as a parent
and stuff, and like I've been a fucking parent now for like 4 years.
Yeah.
And now a parent of 2. I feel like parents and shit nowadays, we're a new generation of parents and shit, right?
Gen Z.
And obviously like we're on this whole wave of breaking generational curses, like trying to be better parents than what our parents were, you know, like trying to get rid of the traumas and shit, like you know, like be better parents and stuff, you know, than what we had. Because obviously times were different back then, and sometimes like that just doesn't mesh with like how we are now. And you know, there's trauma there and shit, right? And you don't want to pass that down to your kid. But what people have to understand, and I feel like me and Abby had a lot of conflict because of this, like, because we got raised completely different, me and Abby and shit. You know, Abby got raised a little bit more like, how do you say it, like softer.
Okay.
And then I got raised a little bit more like military school.
Okay.
I feel like that's literally how I would describe our parent, like how we got parented.
Raised.
Yeah, how we got raised. So it's like sometimes I could be a little too harsh and Abby balances me out, and then sometimes Abby could be a little bit too soft and I have to balance her out, right? And it's happening recently now because Julia, she's obviously a little older now, and she really like wants to be able to do whatever the fuck she wants, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously she's a kid, you know, kids want to do whatever the fuck they want and stuff, right? And it got to a point where we would argue because, like, and nobody's wrong in this situation, you know, everybody's new parents. Abby's not wrong, I'm not wrong, nobody's wrong. Just trying to figure it out. But we would argue because sometimes, you know, Abby was being overly enabling, like it could have been like, you know, and it's because she doesn't want to like traumatize Julia, you know. And like I understand, and sometimes me too, like I would be overly like doing too much, right? Like overly strict and shit. So it's like finding a balance between like, because you obviously don't want to traumatize your kid.
Yeah.
You have that shit in the back of your mind, but the thing is like you also have to be a parent. You know, like you have to take a few steps back and be like, is this really gonna traumatize them? You being a little bit like strict about it.
Yeah.
Like, is them not blowing the fucking candles gonna traumatize them?
No.
If they're stupid, if the kids are stupid, maybe. My mom didn't like let me blow the candle when I wanted to. Like, I fucking hate her. But in reality, like, it's not gonna fucking traumatize them. You being a little strict and being like, no, you guys are not gonna fucking do that.
Yeah.
It sounds fucked up. Like, you see,
that sound fucked up.
But like I feel like to new parents, it's like, oh, like you gotta see it this way, you know.
Like he's just a little kid, like he's just learning. Like he's still young.
Yeah, you see, it's like
fuck that shit, bro. Like I understand that, but I don't know. With me, it's also different too because I still believe like, yo, if my kid does that shit, they're gonna get yelled at, bro. Like you shouldn't be doing that, even though like obviously they should know. Because I feel like sometimes. All right, if I tell them softly and they keep doing it, then I might have to like yell. I might have to get loud because if you don't want to listen to me while I'm calmer, you're gonna have to listen to me while I'm like the scary person, or whatever you want to call it. Cause that's not right. You shouldn't like. I was never taught that, and we both were never taught that. I'm pretty sure. Well, from when I asked my mom like, what would I do whenever I would get out of line or like misbehave, she would tell me like, yo, if you touch whatever is not yours, I'm gonna hit you when I get home.
Yo,
like that like that's it.
Vas a ver en la casa.
Yes, that shit. Or like she would just hit my hand like that whenever like we were at a party or something. But after situations, I would know automatically, yo, I'm not gonna touch this shit because I don't want my mom to hit me. But it wasn't like in a traumatizing way. It was like obviously maybe as a kid you're probably a little like scared, but growing up you're gonna eventually like learn like, yo, my mom raised me pretty good. Like
because you were doing bad stuff.
Of course, yeah. Like you understand now what the fuck I was doing back then was not valid. So yeah, bro. Me personally. I would tell like if they were my kids, I'd be like, yo, y'all need to shut the fuck up. It's your sister's birthday. It's her special birthday. Y'all each get your own birthday every year. When it's y'all birthday, y'all can blow out your candles. But if y'all blow out her candles, y'all not gonna like, you're not gonna have playtime or whatever. Some shit like that, bro. I'm gonna sell your fucking toys.
It's understandable and shit, you know, like, and it's like even now, like Julia, like, you know, this is the thing, like, it's like some people would just be like, just leave it, whatever. Like, she's just a kid, but like, no, another example of stuff. Okay. She's like, when it comes to birthdays, it's like, oh, it's my birthday. It's my birthday.
That's what she says?
Every single fucking birthday. And I'm just like, bro, it's not your birthday and shit. Somebody would probably be like, yo, like, it's not that serious. Like, she's just a kid, like, you know. But I don't want to be that parent to like just let my kids say whatever the fuck they want. It's like the same thing where I'm not letting my kid call every fucking single piece of meat chicken. I'm gonna get fucking triggered.
Yeah.
I'm being serious.
What
like,
is it? Like, are you holding fish? Chicken?
yeah, like I'm gonna be like, no, it's fish.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like, and like Abby, like sometimes she'd be like, you're like ODing, like she's just a kid. Like eventually she's gonna understand, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, if I could teach her now, like, what the fuck is the difference, right? Like,
Yeah.
but like that's like that's like one little thing that's like, I guess pet peeve that people would say like it's not that serious, but
It's something that bothers you.
like I feel like it should be like that. Like, bro, think about it. Do you really want your kid to go around holding a fucking piece of fish and saying like, "Oh, I'm eating chicken"? Like, come on, be fucking for real.
Like, yeah, like learn.
Like
terms.
that means that their parents like not telling them maybe.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I want to make sure like I'm telling them and shit.
Yeah.
I feel like you see this is the thing. Like I even have to tell myself like maybe I'm not dragging it. I'm not dragging it. I feel like I have like reasonable reasons to why I do that shit, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what do you think about that shit? You think that's dragging or not?
The whole chicken shit?
Yeah.
I mean, what, do you yell?
I don't yell. I just tell him. I just say it.
I don't think it's dragging it.
Like, if Julia says, oh, like, if a snake, right? If she sees a snake, oh, look, a lizard. I'm like, Julia, it's a snake. It's not a lizard. Stop saying it's a lizard. It's a snake. What?
I don't know, just the way you say it was mad funny.
It's because like
you sound triggered.
Deep down inside I am, but I'm not trying to say it like that I'm triggered. It's not like I'm triggered, like I'm mad. It's just like
No, you said Julia, it's not a lizard. It's a snake.
It's just I say that just so she can remember it, and then she does. She does remember it.
Oh, then I mean, I think that's good then, bro.
Like,
I don't think it's dragging it.
Even like the colors. Like sometimes she fucks up the colors, like
Yeah.
what they are, and I'm like, no, it's this.
No, I think you're just making her smarter, bro. Cause like, bro, you don't want an incident where you're helping her with their homework, or Abby's helping her with the homework, and you ask her what's 2 + 2, and then she's like 6.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Literally, what the fuck happened to us? We got fucking slapped, yelled at for saying the wrong shit.
Violated, bro.
But yeah, I mean, I think you're doing. I think that's not that bad. You're just preparing them for like actual school, because right now they're like she's in daycare, like type shit.
Nah, it's 3K. They're learning.
It's before pre-K.
Yeah, she learned how to write her name already. So like,
That's valid.
There's certain things that she knows. She knows her alphabet. She knows how to count to like 12 or some shit.
She knows the shit at before 4, bro.
Before 3, low key.
Oh, exactly, and that's already a big step. So I don't think you're dragging it.
I'm not gonna lie, Julia's like she's too smart. I feel like
She sounds.
I feel like
she sounds smart.
yeah.
Bro.
I was even telling Abby and shit. Isabella's like a normal baby. I'm being serious, guys. Like, I'm not even trying to say like Julia's my favorite or whatever, because Julia be driving me crazy. Isabella is literally like a normal baby.
Yeah.
And Julia is like a smart baby. Like, she's smart. We noticed it because Isabella, she could like say words, but like she's following the regular baby like steps. Julia, before the age of 2, she knew her alphabets.
Oh fuck.
So guys, isn't that fucking weird? Like, she knew certain shit before she was 2.
It's also the fact that you guys were just like playing like those videos for her too to keep her distracted, and then
but like Isabella doesn't give a fuck about it. She just like throws the
that-
phone. She just looks at the phone. like she doesn't give a fuck about the videos and shit.
Nah.
But Julia,
She actually like gets immersed.
bro,
into the
she
video,
pays
yeah.
attention. Bro, I'm telling you right now.
I mean, to be fair, I mean they are different kids. Like you can't expect them to be.
It's like me and my brother. My brother's a little bit more like, you know, like I feel like my brother's a little smarter and shit. I'm just a little bit more stupid, like.
Yeah.
But it just is what it is. Like even you and your siblings, I'm pretty sure
we're completely different.
I'm pretty sure like one of you has to be the smarter sibling. Like,
This is my sister.
You see, like,
Yeah.
it's just, and then one of you is like the more like.
Yo, she's gonna watch this. She's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm the smartest." Oh my god, fuck off.
And then one of you is like the crazier one. You know.
Yeah.
It's just is what it is. And like I tell Abby, I'm like, you know, like I feel like Julia's gonna be the smart one and shit, and Isabella's gonna be like maybe something else. Like, I don't fucking know.
I'm calling her right now. Clip this. In 13 years, 14 years, Julia's gonna be a valedictorian at her school.
But like low key, like I also don't want to put pressure on Julia because like, what if she's a crash out? Like,
No, but like, what do you mean? What is she
because
crash
like,
out?
bro, I'm not gonna lie. Being a smart kid, it can either go two ways. It can either be that you're like you're basically like you're not the only one cursed with knowledge. Like it could either be the blessing for her,
Okay.
or she could believe that all this shit is fucking pointless and like she doesn't have to do anything. Like,
Nah, but that's what. No, the only reason you think that is because you believe that shit.
Shit.
She'd probably be like the smart, educated one who just wants to like do good in school.
I hope. I mean, I'm gonna tell her every time, like, don't be like me. Like, I don't give a fuck if I'm your dad. Like, I'm not like you have to be better than me.
Yeah.
Like, I did my shit. Like,
Sorry. Go.
who gives a fuck? You do yours.
Yeah. No, it wasn't to say I was fucking getting tired of it. I just needed to like release that shit for energy.
Hey guys, we're back. Let's shut the fuck up. I think that's it, right?
Anyways,
that's
that concludes our yappuccino.
That concludes our fucking yap session. Ew, I hate fucking cringy ass fucking shit like that.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for Unnoticed Going Dark. But with that being said, get your snacks, get your blankets, get your headphones, turn up the lights, get comfortable, get your cuddle buddy, and
Enjoy the show.
Oh
What the fuck is that?
what the fuck?
Enjoy the show. Wait, what do I say? I say enjoy the show. Or...
What are you talking about? Alright guys, we're back from our regular schedule break. Y'all already know the deal. Just enjoy this eerie music.
So the first video that I found, it was this video that went viral on TikTok. It's a scary video that went viral. And it's this account by the name of Felipe Sosa 0405. And it was just him doing like computer work. I think he was editing. He does like TikToks and stuff. So he could have been editing videos or just doing work on his computer. And then for some reason he felt like something was watching him. And then he looked back at his security camera and there was a Chucky doll.
Oh my god.
And I don't know about you, but like me when I was younger, like I low-key was like hella scared of Chucky.
Yeah, me
You
too.
were scared of
I was
Chucky?
traumatized with Chucky, yeah.
Bro, and I used to always have this fucking one specific dream of Chucky literally trying to run at me and trying to like do that like spell or whatever he was trying to change bodies.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Aku Dembela.
Yeah.
Give me your power, I beg you. Whatever that's you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That stupid shit. And I would always have that same dream of him just trying to do that to me. But like I said, so he had a Chucky doll in the background. He checked his security cameras, and then that Chucky doll
Moved?
it turned to the camera. It moved. I'm about to show you the video right now.
It's about to give me PTSD.
Watch.
Yo, fuck my cousins. They used to scare me with that shit, bro. They used to like use that shit as what's this shit called? As like, oh yeah, if you behave bad or if you don't do this shit, Chucky's gonna get you, and then they actually get the Chucky doll and like chase me around.
Nah.
Fuck those
What the
motherfuckers, bro.
fuck? Bro, why was it that Chucky was so fucking scary? Was it because it was like a doll or like
I
the
don't
way it looked or some shit?
I think the way it looked, and also in the movie how like Chucky has the deep voice of the guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Freddy's left in complete shock as he sees the doll sitting behind him is now staring directly at him through the camera. He believes the doll was possessed since strange things began happening ever since he collected a doll from a strange well.
What the fuck?
So apparently he ended up finding that doll like in this random ass spot, and he literally said that he believes that there's an evil spirit or some sort of demon like in the doll, inside the doll, or possessing the doll.
I'm not gonna lie.
Do you think it's fake?
I don't think it's fake.
Mhm.
Only because like he's doing work on the computer, and there's nobody else pulling. Well, I can't see no strings, or I can't see nobody else, or where somebody would be to pull the string, because everything looks kind of confined into like one little spot.
And the fact that it turned back, bro.
Yeah, that too.
Because then they would have to been a string on that side too.
Or an explanation could be, the the Chucky doll could be mechanical and you could move it with a remote, but I don't remember any remote controlled Chucky dolls.
Yeah.
If there is, let me know in the comments.
I would never buy a fucking Chucky doll. Fuck that.
I wouldn't buy any doll regardless.
I don't know how there's people out there. Let me know if any of you guys are like that. I'm not trying to judge, but it is a little scary. I would never have this shit in my house. The people who collect like all the horror movies, like
oh yeah,
people have the real life size Jason,
Michael Myers,
or like Art the Clown and shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even the Nun, like
yeah,
people are crazy for doing that.
You remember La Mano Peluda?
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, the English speakers who don't know what the fuck that is, La Mano Peluda translates to the hairy hand, but it basically was this radio show, this Mexican radio show that used to air back in the 90s. It was very, very popular, and I still think it's an ongoing thing still to this day, just with like different hosts. But back in the day, the most popular ones were Juan Ramon Sainz, and I believe it was Don something. I'm gonna put it up on the screen, but it was those two guys who were mainly the popular ones,
The hosts.
But they would have their listeners call into the show, and they would tell their scary stories, whether it would be paranormal, something happened in their lives, maybe some near-death experiences, anything spooky. They call the show. Now, this one in particular, it's called El Caso de Nayeli Ortiz. So there's this woman that called into the show. Her name is Lorena. And she calls into the show saying how she had played the Ouija board. And the only reason why she played the Ouija board was because she had like assumptions and thoughts that her boyfriend was cheating on her. Now, I don't recommend anybody to do this shit, but basically she used it just to like
find out
shit like that, like be like a chismosa, like a gossip girl type shit. So she asked the Ouija board, "Is my boyfriend cheating on me?" It responds by saying yes. And she's like, "I bet. So who the fuck is my boyfriend cheating on me with? Give me a name, give me something." It ends up spelling out Nayeli Ortiz, right? So she's like, "I bet. Who the fuck is this? What's her number?" It drops the Ouija board spells out a number for her to call. She ends up calling the number, and a man picks up, confused, saying like, "Yo, what the fuck? Who is this?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm calling for Nayeli Ortiz. Is she there? I just want to like talk to her real quick." But the guy's like confused. He's like, "Wait, that's impossible. She's not dead. That's impossible because there is a Nayeli Ortiz here, but she's 2 years old. So what the fuck?" And she's confused. She's like, "What the fuck? That makes no sense. Why would my boyfriend be cheating on me with a 2-year-old, right?" So she hangs up, doesn't really think nothing too much about it. She ends up talking to the Ouija board again and be like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, you told me my boyfriend was cheating on me with Nayeli Ortiz, but she's only 2 years old." So the Ouija board ends up saying that the 2-year-old was gonna die, and it said, "I'm gonna take her." Right? Which I don't know why she's telling this woman this, but it tells her that. And then she doesn't really believe it at first, but she waits a couple days, I believe maybe a week or so, I don't know how long, and she ends up calling the guy back. He picks up again, same thing. "Oh, can I speak to Nayeli Ortiz?" But the guy is like annoyed this time. He's kind of like, "Yo, why the fuck are you guys like calling for my daughter?" It's kind of annoying, and also it's kind of insensitive because she died 2 days ago. So the baby ended up dying, and the Lorena, she was also confused. She was like, "No way this just happened. No way I'm responsible for the death of a 2-year-old, right?"
Yeah.
So after that, she just kind of stops playing with the board. She just wanted to get it off her chest, and she explains how there's been multiple incidents of her like cleaning her room, and she would leave the Ouija board under her bed, but it would always slide out of her bed, kind of like the Ouija board wanted her to play with the board.
What the fuck?
And there was also another incident. I'm gonna show you her talking about it because I feel like you could tell when somebody's lying, but the way she tells it, it's believable.
Sounds genuine.
Yeah. And there was also an incident where she had asked the Ouija board if her dad was cheating on her mom, because she also had some obsession with that too. And it responds yes. I believe the board gave a name Camila, I believe, and ends up confronting the father about it, and it ended up being true that he was having an affair with a woman named Camila.
Yo.
And the father didn't really like the fact that she was like fucking with this Ouija board and shit. But yeah, guys, it just goes to show that people will go to like a really, really like, I guess, a dark turn just to see if somebody's like cheating on them and shit.
Let us know if you guys have ever played the Ouija board. I know like there's a lot of stories about the Ouija board, or like even like the movie Ouija.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And let us know, guys. Write it down. Send us a message if you guys want to be featured in the episode. But I have heard a lot of stories where they summon something, or they like talk to somebody, or like something with the Ouija board, and then like they can't get rid of the board.
Yeah, bro.
They can't burn it. They try to like throw it away, and it ends up like coming back. Yo.
Well, after you go, the next Ouija board story I have is fucking crazy.
Lorena, ¿cómo le va?
Bien.
Bienvenida, Lorena.
Gracias.
A sus órdenes.
No, pues lo que pasa es que yo antes jugaba a la Ouija.
¿Sí?
Y y resulta que yo andaba con un chavo.
Ajá.
Y sospechaba que ese chavo andaba con una chava.
Ajá. Perdón, Lorena, ¿con qué intención jugaba usted a la Ouija? ¿Por pura curiosidad, por juego o por alguna intención especial?
No, pues o sea, porque yo quería saber, o sea, que me dijera si era cierto que andaba con una chava.
Ajá.
Y le pregunté, o sea, la compré y le pregunté.
Sí.
Que si... Primero le dije que si quería jugar conmigo.
Uh-huh.
Y me dijo que sí. Después le dije que si ese chavo andaba con alguien, y me dijo que sí. Y yo le pregunté que si la muchacha tenía teléfono, y me dijo la Ouija que sí. Y le dije que si me podía dar el teléfono.
Sí.
Y me empezó a dar unos números y los apunté en un papel. Y le pregunté que cómo se llamaba, y me dijo que Nayeli Ortiz. Entonces yo dejé la Ouija en el momento que me dio el teléfono y fui a hablar por teléfono.
Sí.
Y al momento de marcar me contestó un señor y le dije buenas tardes, y me dice el señor buenas tardes. Le digo disculpe, ¿se encuentra Nayeli Ortiz? Y me dice sí, dice ¿quién la busca? Y dice, le dije yo, les digo una amiga. Y dice una amiga. Y el señor se quedó callado y dice, ¿a quién buscas? Y le digo a Nayeli Ortiz. Y dice, sí vive aquí una Nayeli Ortiz. Dice, pero lo que pasa es que es una niña de 2 años, dice, y es imposible que ella tenga amigas. Entonces pues yo me quedé así, ¿no? Pues ahora sí quedé a 6. Y después les digo, bueno, le digo, disculpe, y le colgué. Y después regresé y le pregunté a la Ouija que por qué me había dado ese número, y que era una niña de 2 años, o sea que no era una muchacha. Y me dice, la Ouija me dijo, dice, no, dice, lo que pasa es que esa niña se va a morir. Y yo le dije, ¿pero por qué? Y me dijo que ella se la iba a llevar. Y entonces yo le dije que no, y dejé de jugar porque pues me dio miedo. Y al otro día, o sea, guardé el teléfono, y al otro día fui y llamé. Y me contestó el mismo señor, y le digo, disculpe, les digo, ¿se encuentra Nayeli Ortiz? Y el señor me dijo una grosería. Y después me dice, no, dice, ¿cómo se ponen a jugar con eso? Dice, si mi hija acaba de fallecer. Dice, no tienen ustedes, ahora sí que, o sea, consideración.
Respeto.
Y me colgó.
Oiga, ¿y cuánto tiempo pasó para que usted volviera a hacer contacto con ella ahora por teléfono?
¿Con quién? ¿Con la Ouija?
No, con los papás de la niña.
Lo que pasa es que yo traía al otro día enseguida le llamé.
Ajá.
Para volver a preguntar por esa niña.
Sí.
Y me dijeron que ya había fallecido. Y pues...
What do you think so far?
Bro, I mean, the way she's speaking, it sounds like genuine. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like she's making anything up.
Yeah, you could tell when somebody's like they would stutter a lot, or maybe they're
Like the story, like sometimes doesn't like flow, but
Yeah.
the story is like flowing and shit, and it sound like her voice sounds like scared and anxious and stuff.
Me colgó el señor y pues yo me quedé así. Y yo traía el teléfono en mi cartera. Y pasó tiempo, o sea, no exactamente, no sé cuánto tiempo. Pero después empecé a buscar el teléfono para volver a llamar, para ver, o sea, porque yo, o sea, yo no puedo creer que eso me haya pasado a mí. O sea, yo lo hago como si fuera un sueño, no sé, o sea, no lo puedo creer, me pasó y no lo creo. Pero ya no encontré el teléfono y yo lo traía en mi cartera. O sea, que como por arte de magia se desapareció el teléfono.
It's kind of like it never happened. Like that whole situation just like never existed.
Like she just made that up or something like that.
Well, not made it up, but it's kind of like,
all the evidence was like,
yeah, kind of like, oh yeah, you got no proof of this now, so it's kind of like you're going crazy. That's the way I take it. Like maybe like the whatever force or whatever like spiritual shit was like, nah, you're not gonna fucking expose this shit.
I mean, like whenever you're possessed or it's like something is trying to attack you spiritually and shit, like whatever the evil entity tries to make you look crazy at first.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Like I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff like that, and I heard stuff like that too. Like, oh, like, oh, it's kind of like a mocking thing. Like, oh, they're never gonna believe you. Like, hey, like, like it's mocking you and shit like that.
Yeah, bro.
But that's fucking scary. But I guess on the little lighter side of things, because I am gonna get scarier later into the episode. Look forward to that. But I want to talk about a disturbing audio that a lot of people have heard on TikTok.
Which one?
So it's I'm gonna play it right now, and I'm pretty sure you heard it. You definitely have heard it, but
okay. I hate this fucking sound. Yeah.
So that audio is actually from a video game, Half-Life. I don't know if you've heard about this before.
No.
So basically, the audio was taken from a video game, and a lot of people were like trying to like say that it came from this, it came from that. But what a lot of people don't know is that audio is actually in reverse. So in the actual video game, it's basically like about zombies and shit, and how there's a parasite that gets stuck on your head.
Okay.
And that the person the host, the human, is still alive and conscious, and the whole time while it's getting like mutated and like taken over by this like thing, right? Like something's attached on their head, and they're slowly getting corrupted and slowly getting mutated, so they're still alive. And they're screaming. But
they're screaming. They're talking backwards.
No. They're screaming perfectly fine. But when you go and take that audio of them screaming and you reverse it, that's when you get that audio. I'm gonna show you the actual audio first, but the audio that everybody knows is the reversed version.
But that's still fucking scary. What the fuck?
Yeah, look. Let me show you the.
I never even knew that, bro. I never knew about any of this shit.
Here is how they sound.
I heard this audio too,
though. Now, the more scariest fact is that if we reverse this sound, this is how it sounds.
Alright, bro.
So that's the disturbing sound that we all know, right? But
wait, hold on. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's a pretty cool. Like I hate that sound, but it's a pretty cool concept.
Like Easter egg too.
Yeah, cause it makes sense, cause like you can't comprehend the whatever zombie the person, but like it's scary to think that they're still alive in there somewhere and they're screaming help, but like you can't understand them.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have to play it backwards to understand them saying help, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So this ties into actual real life case. So what I'm gonna talk about is this Seattle zombie lady.
What the fuck is that?
And it was basically like not like a creepypasta or like an internet thing, because it was a real life thing, right?
Okay.
So back in 2021 on TikTok, there was this video going around of a zombie lady in Seattle. Okay. And everybody was like labeling it the zombie lady. I'm gonna show you the video first, because you could see automatically why they're calling her a zombie lady, because she does look a little bit weird. Like her face is a little pale, her body looks a little like messed up and shit. But I have a bunch of videos of the video and different angles as well. So that was the first video, right? That was the first video, and then there's another video with the second angle.
Zoom in.
There's cops there too.
Okay.
So basically, like I said, on May 5th, 2021, authorities got called because a lot of people were complaining and calling about the same thing. How there was a lady with a weird appearance. She was missing hair. She was bleeding from her mouth, and like she was also really pale. Her eyes were like black, like they weren't even like regular color. And then she also had something weird in her hands that they said it was a fanny pack.
Okay.
But she was also bleeding from her legs, right? So automatically the cops got there, and apparently it took like 8 cops to finally get her to relax. There's also footage I'm gonna show you right now, videos of like the cops actually trying to get her to calm down because she's trying to run away from them, and she's basically like trying to fight back. And automatically, as soon as this got on TikTok, people started like making like theories or like calling it, oh, the zombie lady. A lot of people were also saying that it was just a fake.
Like
This could be just a hoax or some sort of stunt, because I think that there was going to be a movie coming out.
Okay.
That they're saying that it could be related to that.
Like a promotion?
Yeah, like a promotion. Like you see when Smile.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like they were doing that whole like people smiling in the crowd and shit like that.
I remember, yeah.
So they were trying to say that this is part of that, or it could have been like a movie actually being shot. But it doesn't make sense because there's no other production. And then to top it all off, you see how the cops, like for example the Citizens app, you could hear like the radio of like the cops and shit like that.
Yeah.
For in Seattle, they have the same shit, and they released the actual audio of the reporting of this thing
from the Citizens app.
Yeah, from like the
whatever app it was for that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna show you the audio right now because it's real. Like it's not no bullshit. Like
okay, let me see. I never heard of this shit.
Not no fake shit, bro. This shit is real life shit.
3008 16th Avenue West. There's a female walking eastbound on West Barrett Street that has blood running down her face and leg. She's also yelling and limping. She's described as a white female, 20 to 30, 5'5" to 5'7", thin build, with a shaved head and brown patches of hair, wearing a gray t-shirt, blue jeans, and one white shoe. James and West Armour Street on the west side, just north of. AMR for an ITA.
And that was an official, like, bro, that's literally the cops speaking, bro.
Oh, what the fuck?
But another weird thing about the whole situation, right, is like, you see how I mentioned the fact that she was holding something in her hands? In the first video that I showed you, she's like, it looks like she's holding it looks like a bag, kind of.
Okay.
But in the other videos where they're basically trying to restrain her, the cops are trying to restrain her, she doesn't have that in her hand no more, and she says something weird about it. Watch.
Don't tell me it's her baby.
Bro, you seen this before?
No. I mean, you said she was holding something, so I just put 2 and 2 together. It's a baby?
See, they're trying to restrain her. Look how many cops, bro. You heard what she said?
She was holding her baby?
But again, nobody knows exactly what the fuck happened. Some people are just saying that she maybe could have had her baby.
And oh, that's why she was bleeding on like in her pants.
And maybe that was her dead baby in her hands, bro. But I'm not gonna lie, from the first video, bro, she does like, I would see why somebody would call her a zombie, bro.
Yeah, of course. I mean, she's walking like all like with the limp. She's like screaming and shit in agony. She has blood on her.
I feel like maybe what happened was that maybe she was like a homeless, like crackhead type junkie type of person. Maybe I'm just assuming. And then she was pregnant, and then she like, I guess, tried to have the baby on her own, and the baby died.
Probably.
But why she was so injured, blood was coming out her face, and like she was like missing hair. I don't know.
A good maybe an explanation. Maybe she gave birth, right? And the reason why she had blood on her face was because she was like kissing the baby because of how like because she loved the baby, so she was sad. And the missing hair, maybe she was like she was enraged, so like she physically pulled her hair out. Yeah, because she lost her baby.
That's low key of like. That seems like an accurate ass explanation of what could have happened.
Like if somebody was not right in the head, or maybe they were right in the head, but that like losing their baby like that could be it could be traumatizing, bro. What's up, Chad? This is editor Mezziah dropping in, and I'm just here to bring more information about this case because Ricardo didn't do his fucking research and dig deep into this topic, but this case is actually solved because of some body cam footage that was released by the police, which I'm gonna play right now.
Hey, ma'am! Hey, it's okay! You wanna tell us what's going on? Is that real blood or fake blood? It almost looks like fake blood. I don't think any of this is real blood. It's all just and then their face burnt. No, it's gonna make it took me a little bit while, but it's like almost like Halloween, like zombie makeup.
And after further digging, the lady in this video, her actual name was Kimberly Kasai. And also, not long after the incident occurred, Kimberly would post a picture of herself in zombie makeup with the caption, "I'm not your lab rat." And that's when we get the truth on why she pulled this stunt in the first place. It was all because of the vaccine at the time, because of COVID, and I believe she was protesting on like the cons of getting it and what it would do to you. Kind of an extreme way to go about it, but yeah, even though it was fake and this was all a stunt, I still believe it's definitely pretty creepy. But yeah, guys, drop the El Ricardos in the chat for not doing his research. So again, this is another like Ouija board incident, but this is a real life thing that has like evidence, interviews, all that shit. But basically, back in the 90s, there was this Ouija board incident that was so scary that even the police were called to the house, and they experienced shit firsthand, and they even put official reports out there. So if you look it up on Google, there's official document reports of what happened and what they saw in this incident, bro.
Madrid, Comisaría de Policía de Vallecas. El oficial de servicio no da crédito a la llamada. Una familia solicita auxilio policial. En su casa se están produciendo fenómenos extraños. La familia está inquieta.
Esto pasó a las 12 o por las 11:30 a las 12, porque no vi ni tíos que parar aquí. Yo llamé a la Policía Nacional y se pensaba que yo estaba vivo.
Pese a todo, una dotación policial se puso en camino. Un inspector y 3 agentes llegaron a la supuesta casa encantada. Lo que iban a ver les haría pasar del escepticismo inicial a la incredulidad y al terror.
Wait, I think I've heard of this before.
So, this case is called the Vallecas case. It happened in Spain, and this also inspired the movie Veronica. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie.
I heard about it.
Well, I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but it was on Netflix. If you guys can check on Netflix right now, see if it is. But I know it was a very, very like good film from what people say or whatever. But this incident inspired that movie, and I'm gonna start off the story with a girl. Her name was which it's mostly about. Her name was Estefania Gutierrez Lazaro, and she had a grandfather. She had a grandfather, right, who was on his deathbed, and everybody, like the whole family, went to the hospital to basically say their final goodbyes. But the weird thing about the grandfather was that he loathed the family. Like, he did not like the family at all, no matter who it was. And you even could tell by his final words. His final words to his granddaughter, Estefania, was, "If I can't harm you in this life, I will do it in the next one." That's how crazy and like sick this motherfucker was, bro.
What the fuck?
So eventually he ended up dying in the hospital. And now whatever happens to Estefania and the family from this moment on is believed to be caused by that moment, by the hatred of the grandfather and whatever haunts them.
Kind of like a curse type thing.
Yeah. So a couple months pass, and one of Estefania's friend, she had a boyfriend who died in a motorcycle accident. So at this time, they were like, I think in high school. And I don't know if it was like a Catholic school or like whatever, but they were in school. And at this time, they were all into the whole paranormal stuff. So they all came up with the idea of
playing the
Ouija board, having a seance, and trying to summon the boyfriend, because she's the friend. She's obviously sad. Maybe she wants some closure or something. So they decide to play this in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So on one of their free periods, they go to the bathroom. They set everything up, and they're using like a shot glass as the planchette. So they're asking questions, and then a teacher barges in. Basically ends up freaking out and tries to take away the Ouija board, but in doing so damages the Ouija board, but also breaks the shot glass that they use as the planchette. And now there is multiple versions of this story, but what everybody says, they say once the shot glass broke, like a white smoke like emitted from the shot glass, kind of like
a spirit was released.
Kind of like a spirit was released. Yes, in a way, because some people say like the people that witnessed this shit say that it looked like it had like a life of its own. But Estefania ended up inhaling the smoke. I don't know if it was accidental. It most likely was accidentally, but she ended up inhaling it. And a couple months passed. Mad weird shit started happening with her. Out of nowhere, she gets like these really, really bad hallucinations. Like she's telling her parents, I'm seeing these like dark, shadowy figures or creatures that are trying to like kill me. They're trying to get me or whatever. She's having seizures, having these manic episodes, but sometimes she would just be in silent. Sometimes she would just be in a room at a corner just whispering, or maybe just laughing, like what's that word, maniacally.
Yeah.
And
you know what's crazy about like cases like this, like
what?
With like the whole symptoms, like she started like saying she sees shit, started going crazy. Like somebody could just say that, she's being like she's schizophrenic or something.
Well, that's what happens with this. But also at the same time it didn't, only because her parents obviously got worried. They were like, I bet we need to find some help, because this is not normal. They go to every single specialist, from medical specialists to psychologists, everybody, and nobody could find anything wrong with her. They say there's nothing mentally wrong with her, nothing physically wrong with her that we could see. So you guys just have to deal with it, to be honest.
What the fuck?
But other people say that, like, from the people that read the story or saw what was going on at the time, they said that she could be possessed. Nobody could find an actual explanation of what was happening. Then 6 months after playing the Ouija board, she was hospitalized after a manic episode of her trying to attack her younger sister. A day later, after being in the hospital, she would die, but her cause of death was unknown. It was just sudden.
She just died like that.
Yeah, nobody knows why she died. Not even the doctors and stuff. And then after this, like a year, like basically a year or so, or from then on to a year, the whole family would start experiencing the same thing that she would experience: the hallucinations, the hearing like voices in the middle of the night, knocks in the middle of the night, shit being moved. The mom says that she would hear her daughter's voice screaming in the night, calling to her as well. And I guess one of the most creepiest things that happened in the whole situation was the family. They had this ofrenda with Estefania's picture in it, right? You know how like they have like a little like little table set up. So one day that picture ended up falling off that table, wherever they had their ofrenda, but it started like burning from the center outward.
The picture,
and the only thing that burned was her face. Everything else was fine. The other picture, like the rest of the picture was fine. The frame of the picture was fine. It was just stopped. It just stopped there. I'm gonna show you the pictures too. There's pictures of this shit too. And then eventually the police was called, and that's when they experienced the same thing that they were experiencing. They kept hearing knocks around, like everywhere throughout the house. They kept hearing knocks. They investigated, but they couldn't find the cause of the knocks. And I'm gonna also show you the documents of everything, but there's also an interview where paranormal investigators, a psychic, they end up going to the house, and I believe the psychic ends up getting possessed. And it's on camera too, so you can see what the fuck is going on, bro.
Bro, what the hell?
I'll tell you right now, this kid is so crazy, bro.
Bro, imagine being a cop and you're like expecting like some regular like, well, even though like cops experience some crazy shit, but like
you're not expecting something paranormal.
Some paranormal shit,
nah.
No.
Del abuelo y la mayor de sus hijas. Nosotros estuvimos en la casa y asistimos al momento en el que la medium entra en trance y es supuestamente poseída por los espíritus. Chus Morán recogió ese momento.
En casa de la familia Gutiérrez se viene manifestando la presencia de espíritus desde que el abuelo murió y expresó como último deseo hacer la vida imposible a la familia desde el más allá. El abuelo había mantenido discrepancias con Concepción, su hija, por motivos económicos. A esta se vino a sumar otra muerte, la de Estefanía, la hija mayor de los Gutiérrez, que falleció el año pasado de forma inexplicable. Según el parte forense, Estefanía murió por asfixia pulmonar de manera súbita y sospechosa. Además, la niña, que contaba 14 años, solía jugar con la Ouija, práctica considerada peligrosa para los expertos en parapsicología.
Me echaba espuma por la boca, por la nariz, lo que sea, la ha poseído a mi hija. Mi hija ha sido poseída.
A partir de la muerte del abuelo y de la niña, dos posibles espíritus salen y entran por el cuarto de baño de la que era habitación de Estefanía, un espacio que hoy está cerrado e inutilizado. Además, en el domicilio se escuchan ruidos extraños, los electrodomésticos se ponen solos en funcionamiento, aparece de vez en cuando una silueta humana y una especie de bola atraviesa el largo pasillo. El grupo de parapsicólogos Unidad Cero está investigando el caso y han obtenido algunas psicofonías como esta.
Opino que hay dos energías, una de la chica, que al fin y al cabo pues la veo buena, pacífica, y otra energía pues que supuestamente podría ser del abuelo, que la veo bastante negativa, bastante insultante y bastante amenazadora.
Y es esta energía negativa del abuelo la que, según la vidente Lola, ocupa su cuerpo cuando ella entra en trance para comunicarse con la niña.
¡Vuelve!
As her being possessed.
¡Vuelve! 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 ¡Vuelve!
Los Gutiérrez dicen vivir asustados, pero no se mudarán de casa porque, según los expertos en esoterismo, los fantasmas les seguirán allá donde vayan.
Te digo que vuelvas.
Me conoces.
¡Que vuelvas! ¡Vuelve! ¡Vuelve!
Yeah, bro. And also, like, I think after she gains her consciousness, she says that whenever she was, like, walking around the house, that she felt the presence of a girl, like, who was calm, which I'm pretty sure it was Estefania. And then she felt two other spirits that, like, were, like, demonic. Maybe one of them could have been the grandfather, or maybe they could have just been two other different entities. But yeah, bro, and I'm gonna just show you like the pictures that they caught while they were like investigating throughout the house.
What the
bro, this whole thing is crazy, bro. And the fact that there's
actual reports of the paranormal activity going on with the cops, so it wasn't no bullshit.
Yeah, bro.
That's literally all the proof you need to believe that it actually happened and stuff.
Like, these are the pictures.
Shit.
Yeah, bro. And also this other thing that the police witnessed, when they went into her old room, she had like this crucifix on the wall. And when they went inside, the crucifix was like obviously off the wall. It was like on the floor, but the Jesus statue was removed from the crucifix, and wherever the crucifix was had three scratch marks on the wall. Yeah.
Nah, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
So it was obviously something demonic, bro. It probably wasn't even the fucking grandpa at that point. Maybe the grandpa was present, but it was probably a fucking demon too, bro. Move on to my last topic and shit.
Okay.
This is a really big rabbit hole that I feel like we can maybe make a whole video about.
Okay.
But I'm gonna show you a quick video, and it's pretty disturbing. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty disturbing, but that's the reason for these videos. So there's a whole iceberg and a bunch of videos out there, and they're called disturbing PSAs. Have you heard about this before?
No. The fuck
so
is that?
basically, they're public service announcements.
Oh, okay.
But the way they do it is like in a way that's like, it gives you like a shock factor, and it's supposed to be like that on purpose because of the sensitive topics that they're trying to advertise and basically to bring awareness to, right?
Okay.
So let me show you this one. This is a Canadian Center for Child Protection.
Okay.
And it's called the Lolly the Exhibit.
Okay.
Lollipop.
A term sex offenders use for victim of the fuck?
Online is a global epidemic with a significant presence here in Canada. Yet policymakers and the Canadian public turn a blind eye toward the uncomfortable topic. So how did the Canadian Centre for Child Protection get 125 million impressions in just 4 days? On a paid media budget of $0. By finding a way to make the unspeakable subject matter visible, tangible, and real. 10,824 lollipops, one for each new image detected every 12 hours.
What
Beautifully displayed for what seemed like another Insta-worthy pop-up, but became much more meaningful when people experienced the disturbing stats, chilling audio of survivor testimonials.
And it took me so. The first shit said 54% of lollipops are under the age of 4.
There are over 9 million lollipop images on the internet. 9 million.
And it took me so long to say it finally did happen.
I wonder if my picture is in their collection. Even the sickly sweet smell of the lollipops. Reactions range from slack-jawed silence to outrage. As thousands of Canadians visited over a weekend in July, that brought in national media.
Tackling a troubling concept.
Each one of these lollipops represents a child.
And the shocking details of what they went through.
Then Toronto Mayor John Tory. Even the New York Times. Attention on the exhibit led to more attention online, where people learned, showed support, and donated to the fight against child pornography. While policymakers and the public were now open-eyed to the epidemic, the truth is, 30 new lollipops have been detected in just the 2 minutes you've been watching this video.
That's fucking crazy.
So, yeah, basically there's a whole like bunch of these PSAs, disturbing PSAs. Let us know if you guys want us to make videos of us reacting to a bunch of them, and we could definitely do that. We might do more videos on this channel with that. So that's just one of the many, bro. And there's like videos on YouTube 2 hours long of different disturbing PSAs that have been released and shit, bro. But that's definitely one of the most disturbing ones that I've seen.
Yeah. I know we talked about like some pretty disturbing rabbit holes when it comes to like and shit like that. I haven't seen one in a while, only because like it looked took a toll on me. I was like, I got kind of tired of seeing this shit.
That's kind of why I didn't do like, because what I was gonna do is I was gonna add a real life case to this, but I didn't want to.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But let us know, guys, if you guys want us to do that reaction of the disturbing PSAs. It is like some of them are really gut wrenching, and some of them are like, you know, with those twisted turns at the end. Like for example, the one we saw of Sandy Hook. Remember the school shooting one? That was a perfect example of one. But not to end it on a lighter note, scarier note. I told you guys it was gonna get a little scary at the end. So I found this video on social media. It was going viral. I think it was going viral on TikTok, I believe. And it was a scary video of a Jinn captured in real life. I'm gonna show you right now. Let me know what you think. It could be a little bit fake if you do think, but
okay, let me see.
When I saw it, it was pretty scary.
Dapat kawan baru na. Woi, lagi santai kawan. Pakai. Ela dunia kawan santai.
Yo, what is
Pakai. Kawan. Kawan. Well. Dapat kawan baru na.
So I mean,
it looks like an owl. Like
yeah,
a lechuza.
Yeah. Some people are saying like, oh, it's definitely like something. A lot of things are found in the Middle East. Is this a Jinn? And I think it's a Jinn, and that's what people are saying. That it's a real life Jinn caught on camera. But it could also be somebody in a
costume.
In a costume, yeah.
It could be either or, but I mean, it looks fucking disgusting. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It looks like a mix of an owl and like a demon type shit.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And you guys know if because we talked about it before with all like the witches and shapeshifters that there are in Mexico. There's literally people who could transform and shapeshift into dogs, owls, turkeys, and I think even like a crow, and then a bunch of different animals and stuff. So there's just low key more evidence to that.
I'm gonna end it off with a supporter story. Shout out to, I believe your name is Gerardo. Instagram is L_JGM94, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is because he also sent a picture of something, but I don't know what I'm looking at. He also sent me pictures of other things as well, like trails. So he has like some good shit, and he also said sorry for the breathing profusely because he was walking, but I think it'll be a good one though.
All right, let's see.
What's up, guys? My name is Hera, commonly known as in Instagram El JGM94. So my scary encounter was that I used to work at this winery back in 2021. It was located in Santa Maria, California, in the Central Coast, up in the hills, in the mountains. So when I worked there, the owner had an infestation of hogs or wild pigs taking over his property because of the wine of the grapes, and also he had like, you know, landscaping beds and everything, so they would be destroying that. So me and this other coworker got asked by the owner if he could take care of the problem, and we started building our homemade hog traps. So we built one. So we took this trap all the way out to the hills, mountains, like literally like out of like, there's no like houses there. It's just pure mountains and hills, like you can see in the images.
I see the images that he sent. He said this is the winery entrance. Right here.
That's the trail.
That's the trail. But yeah, there's no houses at all. Only like trails, fields, like houses right here, but like they're mad far apart from each other.
Yeah, I see it. Bunch of land.
Is it the red dot is where was the wild pig trap and where camera was. Okay. Oh wait, no, right here. Where's the red dot?
No,
Oh, red dot?
It's in the next one.
No, because he said, no, yeah, it's this one. Red dot.
Oh.
And then the red X is where the owner house is. The second X is where the owner's wife heard footsteps. Okay. This is the camera that we used. They use a Spy Point cellular trail camera twin pack. Okay, I'm not gonna show the picture yet, but
So we took one, and we also bought like some trail cameras, and we put it in each trap. So, but this specifically trap, we put it like in a tree. So I was sleeping that day, and that night, my notification came through my phone saying that it captured something, and what I thought was a pig, but no. When I opened up the app and looked at the picture, it was a lady. What I think is a lady, because after that I got the picture, I texted my coworker, which she never replied back. So I showed him the next morning. He was freaked out because like, what kind of a person will be out of here in the mountains and hills? And if you see the picture, the temperature shows like it's pretty cold, 48 degrees. So we went up to the track because the only way to get there is like either a 4-wheel drive car or truck or ATV. So when we got there, we went around the trap. There was no footprints, no indication of a human, like nothing. And the trap was like basically still open, like no animals went there. So
what
was the creepy thing is like after that picture, there was no more pictures after all, which is out of the ordinary. So after that, we went to talk to the owner to see, hey, maybe we could be someone trespassing or something else. So we went to the owner's house. He wasn't there. It was only his wife. His wife indicated that that night, which was creepy because her dog it's pretty quiet, started like going off, like barking like crazy in the back porch area, and she was like seeing like, what's going on. So she opened the door. She went outside. She could hear like someone walking around that area.
If this is the fucking Llorona, bro, I swear.
Where the leaves are, but she turned her floodlights out like to right up the backyard. Like literally, there was nothing. She couldn't see anything. So she went back inside the house. She called the owner, her husband, and said to get the gun just in case it's like intruder or someone wants to harm her. So she closed the doors and locked everything up. After that, which was creepy, we told her, hey, I mean,
yeah, but just try to like play it again and make it focused. I want to finish this shit. It's about to finish in a minute.
Who should be out here? It's like in the middle of nowhere. There's like no houses nearby, so it was pretty creepy. And I told my suegra about it, and my suegra's from Veracruz, knowing from brujerias and nahuales. She said that it looks like she's that thing or person looks like a nahual. But I did my research, and that whole area, the whole Central Coast area, hills, and everything was belonging to the Native Americans, known as the Chumash. So I might think it could be a skinwalker, but who knows? I mean, never went back there.
Bro.
So that's my creepy encounter. I don't know what you guys think about the picture. I should show you the maps where the X's were the cameras and where the owner's house, and you can see the whole area. It's like there's like no houses around there, so it's like impossible for a person to come there. And then
Just
the
be
scary
walking
part
with
was
no
like there was
light,
no
too.
footprints. You would have seen
Exactly.
like a footprint of a person or shoe or nothing, but not. So that's my creepy encounter, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you.
This shit is crazy.
All right, we're gonna look at the picture right now. Shout out to you, bro. Again, I'm gonna ask you if you want me to.
He said it in the beginning.
He said to use it.
No, he said this is my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me save this week so I could like make it like landscape. What the what the fuck? This is the picture that he sent. No light, no nothing. It's 10 p.m. Oh, fuck. 48 degrees
Bro,
outside.
Just like that, bro.
It looks like... I don't know what it is.
I mean, it looks like she's wearing a jacket and she's like walking, but like, why would she just be walking there, bro?
And
With
it looks
no
like
flashlight, bro.
It looks like she's walking to the
trap
where the pigs could be. That's fucking weird.
I think it's just creepy because of the fact that why the fuck would she just be walking through there like that in the middle of the night?
I don't know. And there's nobody outside.
Yeah, with no flashlight, bro.
Let us know what you guys think. Bro, Gerardo, your story is one of the craziest supporter stories that we've heard in a while. I think it's up there with like the one with the chupacabra.
Yeah. And it had proof, evidence too, so it was even more fire.
So guys, again, I'm gonna keep saying it. If you want to drop your stories down in the comments, or like if you want your story featured on the podcast, DM us on Instagram, either the notice page or mostly our actual pages, because I feel that's the easiest way to get us, because the notice gets fucking bombarded with a bunch of shit.
Facts.
So yeah, guys, that does conclude episode 147. Hope you guys enjoyed. But before we're doing the podcast, you already know supporter shoutouts and Patreon shoutouts.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Davin Ibarra, Angela Armas, Melanie Moreno, Daisy Deemer, Yari Martinez, Grace Perez, Brian Barrios, Alex Diego Aguilar, Gabe Ferreal, De La Chupo, Juliet, Ricardo Fine as Fuck, Misery.Daddy, Yair Torres, Harry Ascrack. Oh, Harry Ascrack. Bro, I'm dead. Suddy Butts, Yovi Santiago, Josh _.0103, Tu Papi El Comal, Juanita Lascano, Tiana Martinez, 88 Falling, Arnulfo Mendez, Raimi Hakuri from the Hakuri Shrine.
What the fuck is that name?
Brian Esquivel, Gustavo, Anita, Toji's Biggest Simp. Bro. Brianna and Marcos. Nadia Alston. Can you not? Can you not?
Shut the fuck up.
Loma Maria Rico. Hey, yo, what the hell? Leslie with the pink hair. Chiquilina Lopez. De La Comes Toda. Anaí. Alvaro Morales, a.k.a. El Ceviche. The Trogo. Dixon Sider. Yola Prieto. Juan Medina. Jesus Chavez. Pascual Zuniga. Jose Aguilera. Jaime Aurel Bavera. Bill Mendoza. Miguelito. Jennifer Montelongo. And that Space Guy.
Yo, how do you say Daisy's last name?
I say Dimer, but she said Deemer.
Yeah, she messaged us saying it's Daisy Deemer.
Daisy Deemer, guys. I got it correct this time. You even like put it in parentheses and shit. Daisy Deemer.
Blood said that's what I get from marrying a white man. LOL. What the fuck?
Daisy Deemer, alright?
Alright, shout out to the supporters.
My bad.
Shout out to David on Instagram. Hi, I just want to say is that I love y'all and the podcast episodes. And today also is my birthday, so I was wondering if I could get a birthday shout out in the next episode. If you can, if you do, then it'll be wonderful. If you don't, then it's fine, because I still love y'all in the podcast episodes. This was on April 8th. So happy late birthday to you, bro. Hope
You said if not, then it's fine. So nah. Nah, fuck with you.
Happy late birthday, bro. Hope you enjoyed your birthday. I don't know how old you turned, but hope you had an amazing time with your friends and family and shit.
What's the name again?
David.
Happy birthday, David. April 8th. I think it's the same birthday as my brother.
Deadass?
Yeah.
Wait, your brother's birthday already passed?
Yeah.
When?
It was the 8th.
Of this month?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You're lying.
I swear to God. What do you mean?
Bro didn't say nothing.
I think he wasn't here, but we took a shot for his birthday. So you get for coming late.
Yo, if you're watching this, Ita, I'm sorry, bro. Happy late birthday. Shout out to Jennifer Gambi6136 on YouTube. My favorite podcast is back. I always see your comment on the on the episodes. You're a real one for always commenting, everyone. Shout out to Fernando Vega. Yes, sir. Please shout me out. You got your shout out, bro.
Shout out to you, my boy.
Shout out to MannyMax13 on Instagram. Hey, my name is Manuel, and I'm a big fan of watching the podcast. I have been watching you guys since episode 119, and I do watch it by myself. I was wondering if I could get a shout out for next episode. I like watching the podcast because I feel like I'm with you guys. Keep up the good work. Well, you got your shout out, bro.
Love you, bro.
Thank you for watching us. Thank you for supporting us, and hope you continue to support us. Shout out to this one. It was a story, but I screenshotted it. Shout out to She Loves Daisy, I believe. Catching up on my favorite podcasts. Also getting my mom into the show as well. And it's a screenshot of us on the TV with her mom there.
And nah, that's fucking valid.
Yeah, bro. And shout out to you. You're in Texas, so shout out to Texas, of course.
I mean, yo, I be a little shy and stuff because, like, I feel like
we act mad dumb,
mad stupid. Like, how the fuck is like, you know, like a senora, ladies, like how is she gonna watch us? Like,
yo, if you guys are watching this together, up to this point at least, hi. I don't know what to say when it comes to, I guess, the parents and shit, cause sorry for cursing a lot. That's one thing.
This is what I would do. Tips for Dora with Riz.
Sorry for the cursing if it gets annoying, but appreciate you guys for watching.
What the fuck I do?
Shout out to GTM Nana on YouTube. Been rewatching the podcast from the start, and both of y'all's gym progress is so visible. Can I get a late birthday shout out? April 3rd. Happy late birthday to you. Thank you so much for supporting us, and also for the physique. What was that? What's that word?
For noticing.
For noticing. I guess noticing the changes on our gym journey. It's well appreciated. Hope you had an amazing birthday. And yeah, guys, that does conclude our. You're supposed to say it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Chino.
Oh, yeah. Chino.
Hope you guys enjoyed. I have no hint. Actually, I do have a hint. Mexican urban legend for me next episode.
I don't have a hint.
Well,
I never have hints.
That's been your host. Oh, that concludes episode 147. It's been your host, George, aka Mezziah.
It's been your host, Ricardo, aka Ricardo.
And do not let the podcast go.
I noticed. Explode! You should do a little effect. Yo, that's just low-key valid.
Like the same shit. Like the same shit when like, oh, look at the dog exploded with the, you know what I'm talking about, with
the teeth, the fucking mom. Yeah, you should do it.